A strident cry came from the stroller. "I just fed you, you glutton." They were headed for the local library, but considering the strength of 6-week-old Tommy's escalating cries, he wasn't going to last that long. Every wail pierced her skull until she couldn't take it for another second. "Come and sit over here, Leah. I'll feed your brother before he drives me nuts." She pushed the stroller to the side of the road and brushed off the loose dirt and pine needles from the base of a felled tree. She undid Tommy's straps, and his angry red face became even more frantic. "Feed me, and feed me now, huh?" She sat heavily on the flat surface, pulled up the t-shirt she wore under her thick denim shirt, unhooked her bra, and helped the baby latch on. She should have listened to her mom and just given the little monster formula. Guilt was a terrible thing. Her heart clenched as 2 tiny hands cradled her breast, and he looked up at her with big, innocent eyes. The utter silence of the forest pressed down on her as her son suckled hungrily. An itch of awareness crawled over her skin. Her head shot up and left. "Leah!" She craned her neck as far as she could without standing. "Are you playing hide-and-seek, baby? Because Mommy can't come and find you right now. Just give me 2 minutes." How often she had said those words to her patient little angel over the past few weeks. She pressed her lips into a tight line. Worry tugged at the corners of her brain, but she was tired, and even though she'd just reached the so-called terrible 2s, Leah was a great kid. She wouldn't go far. Tommy suckled some more. His warm contentment made her drowsy. The first lick of panic hit out of nowhere, and she snapped upright. There were cougars as well as bears out here. "Leah? Leah! Come back here right now!" She stood, Tommy fussing as she headed into the brush where she'd last seen her little girl. Had she fallen and hurt herself? Was she sitting behind a bush waiting to be found, a mischievous smile lighting her face? Bianca walked deeper into the forest, protecting little Tommy's head from getting scratched by branches, spinning around, looking for a glimpse of the red jacket her daughter was wearing. Tommy started to bawl against her shoulder, and she cradled his head, trying to hold him securely, as an icy wave of desperation sliced its way down her spine. "Leah!" She made her voice sing-songy, even though she wanted to shriek. "Sweetie, come to Mommy. We have to go to the library now. You want some new books, don't you? Please don't hide." She stopped at a clearing. It was empty and the leaves were undisturbed. No one had come this way. She swung back, and a figure stepped out of the bushes between her and the road. Fear drenched her to the bone. He wore a black mask, a tool belt riding his hip, a hammer balanced in one hand. Her mouth parched. The thump of her heart detonated many explosions through her body, and she shook. She wanted to run, couldn't move. "What have you done with my little girl?" Her voice was thick and gravelly. She was pinned in place with indecision, so scared her bones rattled. She couldn't leave her little girl, couldn't escape while holding the baby. The man pulled his other hand from behind his back and dropped something to the ground. A flash of scarlet. Leah's jacket. "Where is she?" Scared but angry, she took a half-step forward. She wanted to rip into him. Where was Leah? What had he done with her? She took another step closer, and recognition hit. The rush of relief made her knees melt, and she stumbled. Relief, regret, rage. Why was he wearing that stupid mask? How dare he try to scare her like this? "Where is she?" Birds flapped out of trees, a short burst of startled feathers. He said nothing, and she huffed out a confused breath. Why didn't he speak? She didn't understand.